Hello, welcome back to Ace Attorney Book Club. My name is Ziggy, and it has been like 2 weeks, but we are back after the holiday to talk about a new case in Ace Attorney 2. Justice for All, I think is the subtitle, yes. Um, this week I am joined by Goomb and Allie once again. How are you guys doing?
I'm pretty good. It snowed this week. It feels like winter.
It's true.
It feels like a picnic. Shoo.
Surprisingly, they skipped ahead about 6 months in games, so it's like,
About 6, 7
We're
months.
back to it.
yeah, they're in the snow as well. So yeah, this week we're talking about the third case of Ace Attorney 2. Second like actual case, I feel like. I mean the first case wasn't really much, but it's called Turnabout Big Top, and it involves Phoenix going through a murder that was carried out by magic at the circus. And
Oh, you could use the Italian title instead. Murder at the Circus.
I could.
Those Italian titles, they're so good.
I do think Turnabout Big Top is better though, just because of like it feels like there's more alliteration in that, all the T's in there.
I mean, the titles are all it's supposed to have turnabout in all of them. The Japanese one is Turnabout Circus, or Yakuten Kasu. I can't say Japanese.
I see. Well, I like the name Turnabout Big Top, but
I don't think they're that big time.
I'm a big fan of the name.
yeah. So this is the third case of the Justice for All, and before we get into more specifics,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was laughing because the timeline on the Ace Attorney wiki starts with something from Ace Attorney 6, because it happens in the same vague time frame as Ben Woodman joining the circus.
Wow. Okay.
I can't say what it is because it's a major spoiler, so don't look at the Ace Attorney wiki.
Okay.
I'll turn up the top page.
I have it open, but I'll try not to look at that.
I just don't read the timeline.
But yeah, before we get more specific into this case, what did you guys think overall? If I could just go first, I had expectations about this case because I've heard a lot of people are not huge fans of it, but when I played it, I don't remember it being that bad. And now that I have replayed the case in its entirety and it is fresh in my mind, I have to say the memories were a lot more forgiving to this case than how it actually is. Yeah, what about you, Goom and Allie?
I don't mind the actual mystery part of the case.
What part do you mind?
That is fair. There are some problems with the gameplay in this case.
Oh.
Specifically in regards to some of the trial portions, which
I thought all trial portions are fine, but I also don't know all the answers.
Some of the trial portions and also some of the investigation portions, we're going to almost immediately start talking about me not liking the Cyclops system still. So, a lot of that stuff kind of brings down this case in my mind. It's not a terrible case. I do agree with Goom that the mystery overall is like pretty interesting, and I think the way they wrap it up is kind of neat, especially with the specifics of it. Like it could only be done by specific people, but I don't know. Some of the gameplay is bad. But yeah, why don't we just hop into this first investigation day here? So we meet the accused, Maximilian Galactica, another case that was decided on by Maya, and Phoenix was forced to watch the TV to get into it. What do you guys think about Maximilian Galactica?
Mash. I like that there are multiple layers to his character, and like, every good magician has a backstory, and you kind of get to unravel that throughout the case. I do think it's weird immediately off the bat that you can see that he is 21 and that his love interest, which we'll get to later, is 16.
Yes.
And he's been offered her hand in marriage, So I think there's a couple concerns there.
So this is
But it's not the most concerning thing that happens,
Yeah.
in all honesty.
truly Turnabout Big top of all time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he almost immediately gets on Phoenix's nerves.
That's funny.
That's fabulous.
But it's
Yeah.
also pretty funny to immediately see the facade fade and then he turns into like a country person, whatever. We learn his true name is Billy Bob Johns. So
Billy Bob
I don't-
Jones.
Billy Bob Johns,
It's
Billy
John.
Bob Jones.
I thought it was
Something like that.
John's.
I've written down Johns.
Billy Bob Jones is like the term. That's like a phrase.
I see.
Yeah.
Billy Bob and John. I'd say overall, he's a pretty good defendant though. I don't have too many problems. Like he almost immediately is kind of annoying, but then it doesn't take too long for him to actually be reasonable, kind of reasonable again at least. Although he does immediately have a cyclock that you have to start figuring out.
Doesn't he have 3 at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hiding the
Pretty
fact
bad.
that he committed assault on somebody. But
Yeah.
it's okay because according to the judge, that is an entirely different crime. It's the
Yeah.
third separate crime we've learned about in Ace Attorney. There's murder, there's assault and battery, and there's wiretapping. The 3 crimes.
He likes drinking milk. That's something that just kind of becomes a huge deal on like the second trial day for some reason. Like everybody is giving him milk. I don't really know why that started
I don't
happening.
know. It kind of shows that they do
100
care
milk
about him.
they don't care about it, so should they care?
Yeah. He's okay as far as defendants go, I guess. Yeah, he's fine.
He was
Overall.
definitely a lot more willing to receive help after you kind of snapped him out of it.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, all the characters almost needed a little bit of a snapping out of the.
He has like the
Whatever,
will powers problem for
circus.
me. Where like he feels pretty disconnected from the actual case. Or at least like will powers is being like deliberately framed, where like he kind of just it was kind of just like circumstances that got him accused of the murder. And then like
Yeah.
thematically he doesn't really connect to like anything happening on the last trial day at all, which is kind of unfortunate for the defendant. Like you don't even
Yeah.
show him the evidence in the end, you show it to Regina, and I feel like that hurts him a lot too.
They did kind of just say that the whole statue that was used kind of just happened to be like that. That's just what
Yeah.
he
I don't
happened
know,
to
but
use,
why would
so-
he choose that? I feel like it has to have been that he was,
Well, because that was something that he'd easily set up compared to like the giant trombone in there or whatever that instrument is.
I guess.
I don't
But he had
think
to
so.
explicitly go and steal it.
No, the monkey stole it.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Sorry,
he
we're jumping
controls
way
the
ahead.
monkey.
No, no
That's
one
okay.
controls the monkey. It's a loose cannon.
No one controls the monkey.
He just benefits what the monkey
Um,
reaps.
But yeah, I mean, in the end, Maximilian, he like kind of comes to his senses, and he's like, "I'll support the circus" or whatever. So
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
exactly what
that's
he
fine.
says.
Yeah, I'll support the circus. I mean,
There,
out of all of like the circus characters, him and Mel are probably the most reasonable. That's not saying too much, but
I guess I'd agree with them being the most reasonable.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm at the point where it's like, I guess it's technically legal in Japan at the time this game was written, but like, I don't know. It's just like, the entire
Reasonable
regime
as in,
makes me
like-
uncomfortable.
They're not insane, completely insane, I guess.
Yeah. I have a hard time sympathizing with a lot of the characters in this case just because of Regina existing. Just
Yeah,
makes
I
you
have a
go,
hard time sympathizing
"Ugh."
with Regina because of her existence too, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have a lot
Just
to
go,
say about
"Ooh."
Regina.
By the way, there's posters of Maximilian Galactica. They're like on a poles at the circus front entrance. And when you examine them, Phoenix says, you don't see many streamers nowadays. Which really hits different in 2026 and it did in 2006.
I'm not even really sure what that was trying to like reference in 2006.
That's what those types of posters are. They're called streamers.
It's
The
just
thing
like
that like
that. There's
they
not
sit
as
on a
many
pole
of
and they
them
blow in the
anymore?
wind. There's not very many of them around these days.
Like
It's a
how
dying
though?
medium.
Okay, I guess so.
It's just, I just thought it was funny because the word, no one uses that word anymore. They just think of internet people now.
Yeah.
And honestly,
guess
they
so.
probably would have in 2017 too, which is when this is supposed to be happening.
Hmm.
Okay.
I didn't really understand that one. I do remember reading it though.
Yeah, there's no the Gatewater text is the same, but the Steel Samurai poster that replaced Mia's Cry movie poster, but looks the exact same.
Yeah.
I think Maya replaced it with a new poster of a new character in the Steel Samurai cinematic universe.
That
is
was
what
the
it
Pink
says.
Princess was replaced.
No, it was a
with.
different new character.
I see.
Because Phoenix knows who the Pink Princess is.
Let's see. So they go over to the big top, and you meet up with Dick Gumshoe again. And I also wrote this down specifically. For some reason, when you met him this time, they just didn't play his theme at all. It was just like completely silent. So it was it was very eerie Gumshoe this time.
He was too busy aura farming. He's like, I'm at the circus, but it's all the same. Dead body, stage left.
Yeah. He also used a surprising amount of hoes during this encounter, or at least this day in general.
That's one way to phrase it.
He just kept saying ho over and over and over again.
Oh.
Like he was turning into Santa.
I got some Gumshoe lore written down that Gumshoe won an air conditioner this year.
Oh,
he couldn't pay for one, but he won one in the police raffle.
Yeah. Congratulations to him. Also later on in this case, we meet a tiger and it kills Phoenix for like a little bit. So
yeah.
That's something that happens.
Yeah, it's in the room where the step ladder in this game is.
Yeah.
But the step ladder conversation is basically the same as last time. It's not really interesting.
Yeah.
But it is in the game.
And of course we meet a very important character in this case, Regina Berry, daughter of Russell Berry, the guy who was killed.
The most important character in the case, debatably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, does anyone want to give their thoughts on Regina Berry before I go?
She's interesting. She's definitely a child, and I feel like she is like the most child-like, besides like the Steel Samurai kid with the green. Like I feel like she's the most obviously a child.
What about Pearl?
Pearl is a child.
I guess, yeah, Pearl.
You know, Pearl's not really in this case at all.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Pearl knows a lot still. She's like super involved and super smart.
No, she only knows about Spirit Channel. She doesn't know like anything else.
Yeah.
Pearl's mentioned in this case after showing up in the beginning, but no, she doesn't really make an appearance anymore after that.
No, she's still emotionally recovering from the fact that her mom was arrested for murder 6 months ago.
That's fair. Yeah, I do like the whole opening that I guess we kind of skipped past that already, but I do like the whole opening thing with Phoenix is like trying to help her to get over that, and that's why they went to the circus in the first place. It's kind of neat.
Phoenix has to have a reason to go for the circus because he's so poor.
Yeah, but Regina is a very weird character. I mean, I'm glad in the end that Mo forced her to go to the trial, and then like she starts to come to some of her senses about people dying, but I don't know.
I can't believe she's like doesn't realize her dad is gone. It doesn't like show any like sadness.
Oh, she realizes
like,
he's gone. He's just, but she doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly the weirdest character in this entire case, although she is just a child, so I don't really know if I could say that for
Russell
sure.
Berry is a bad dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real twist about Turnabout Big Top is that everyone likes Russell Berry, but he was a bad leader and a bad dad.
Yeah, he kind of just keeps his daughter in the dark about everything at all. So that's not probably not right.
To that extent.
Yeah.
Like, has she ever been to like school or anything, or does she just know the circus? Is that it?
I mean, she had to have been homeschooled because she was traveling with the circus.
I guess
for her entire life.
I don't know. Sounds like something for Child Protective Services, but I guess he's dead now, so oh well.
Yeah. The only redeeming thing about him is that he was donating so much money to the Robot Clown Research Center.
Yeah.
And also his mustache looks really stupid, and that's great. I love that. All of the little CGs you get of him like being murdered just make me laugh because of his stupid mustache.
Wait, isn't the
I love the
implication also,
CGs of him being murdered. Great.
isn't the implication that it's a fake mustache too?
Yeah.
Okay, because there is the mustache on the nightstand, the dresser. I don't know,
In his room, yeah.
in his room, like the makeup stand.
So I haven't. So getting back to talking about Regina, I haven't seen the Ace Attorney anime. Which is exactly how you expected to talk about Regina to start.
Yeah.
But apparently, the Ace Attorney anime wrote out the gross love triangle with Regina. So maybe the case is better there. I haven't seen it.
I see.
Anyway,
Probably a good idea though.
I think the strongest aspect of the case thematically is the idea that like, oh, the circus is like a fantasy land of fantasy and fun murder happen. I'm not explaining this very well, but like
Murder
Regina
happens and no one
basically
takes it
lives
fucking
entirely in
seriously.
like Regina lives like entirely in delusions, and she's like the ultimate
Yeah.
person who should be affected by this. And at the end, when she's dragged into the last trial day, I like that. I wish like Max is like more connected to that thematically, like, oh, the circus isn't real idea, or he like, yeah, it's an act for him, but it's not really like it's not really that big of a deal at the end. It pops up in your
I
conversation.
feel like they do a decent job at kind of exploring that theme. I mean, the whole mystery behind the case kind of boils down to Phoenix proving how something that like is assumed to be magic like wasn't actually magic.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I think there's a good
been
hook.
flying there because there's no setup.
Yeah,
I mean, I
like
think the
Mo was
idea
so
where, like-
reluctant to say that he saw somebody flying because it sounds really stupid. But
I think the idea that like
Yeah.
somebody was killed by a magic trick and a magician was framed for it was the like origin point for this case, because something you might figure out if you play all the Ace Attorney games is that Shu Takumi really likes magicians.
See.
No way.
all right, well let's
It might not you like it, but he does like those magicians.
It's okay.
I think you might like Ziggy might know, but I'll leave it at that.
Let's move on to some other characters introduced on this day. We got Benjamin Woodman and his best friend, or maybe not best friend, Trillo Quist. I would say this guy is probably the weirdest character in the entire case. Am I wrong?
I don't know. The clown's pretty weird.
Fun fact. Another thing I know about the anime, they cut out the entire fact where Ben Woodman tries to the trial. Phoenix gets all the information out of him just by talking.
Oh, I see.
Let's stop talking about the anime now. I said everything I knew.
I wouldn't put Mo as the weirdest just because he kind of fits an archetype of like the sad clown, and he's been doing this for a while and nobody likes his jokes anymore. Like he kind of realizes
Yeah, he's
that.
laughing at his own. Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, Trillo's just fucking weird.
yeah, he's just weird. I don't know, and he never really like shows any, I don't know, sanity, I guess. I mean, he kind of only really talks through his puppet once he gets it, and that's about it. And his puppet talks for him like the entire time he's on trial, so it's kind of strange.
So much so that they don't even refer to Ben anymore. It's Trillo.
Yeah, Ben is just sort of there. I associate this character with being.
Villain.
Oh yeah, you go.
He's like the Batman villain, the ventriloquist.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about the obscure Batman villain. Well, he's not really, because he's in the animated series, so if you consider anything in the animated series not obscure, then he's not obscure. He's not in the Arkham games, though, kind of.
Let's see.
He's in Arkham Shadow, if that counts.
I think one of the reasons I associate this guy with being the weirdest is because I had originally thought that the eccentric theme, one of my favorite like musical pieces from this game, started with him, but no, it starts in the last case with.
I think I said it like 2 weeks ago. There is a character in this game I associate more with eccentric than Dr. Hottie.
Yeah,
because I thought it played for Ben Woodman.
Yeah,
that's how I thought that was true.
I associate that theme with this guy. So whenever I hear this theme, I'm like, I think of Benjamin Woodman or Trillo Quist.
Doesn't even play for him though, doesn't it?
It does.
Like
it does.
Oh, okay.
It also plays the other like basic circus theme for him too, though sometimes. So it's either or.
I think that's not a circus song because it plays for outside of the circus in the next case too. It's called like Cheerful People or something like that.
Oh, I see.
It's something people. It's one of the people themes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It plays for Mo a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
associate the theme more with Mo.
Yeah, so do I.
He's
Yeah,
a fucking weirdo.
he's weird. I like when he's on trial. Whenever you like counter against him, his puppet explodes. I think that's really
Yeah, I like
funny. His animations
like
are really funny.
Yeah, I like all of his animations. If you watch when Trillo is talking, you can see Ben's lips open, which is fun.
Yeah.
Very subtly. Because he's just doing the ventriloquism.
Mm.
I
It's
like the
not
bit
a
when
possessed
they're
doll.
singing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
They
funny
try and
bit.
show off their singing. They try and do a row the boat routine that's gonna take the world by storm, or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't really know about that, but how about we move over to another big character introduced, Mo, the circus clown. What a guy! What a guy!
His hat is sentient.
I like Mo. I think he's fine. In the trial, not so much, but he himself is fine.
I like Mo. I think the end of his trial appearance starts to get a bit weak, but I think he's a good character overall. He's the most sympathetic character in the circus.
Yeah.
He is probably my favorite character in this case, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
He
pretty
also-
sad here. Oh, yeah.
He also causes my favorite line from this case to happen, which is why am I, Phoenix Wright, such a great lawyer? Because I'm right all the time. Maya and Mo just stare at him because
I laughed my ass off at that point. Like I just could not believe there was not a single laugh. Like damn. For as bad of a comedian Mo is, Phoenix is way worse.
I like that they have an explanation for why he laughs at all his jokes, because after a while people stopped
Oh, yeah.
laughing, so then he just did it himself. Even if going through all those text lines of ha 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 over and over again is kind of annoying, but
I don't know. A lot of people who are annoyed by elements of this case will be like, "Oh, Mo, he never really bothered me." But it's just my tolerance for really bad puns and clown puns is higher, and other clown boobery is higher than most.
well,
But I like him.
okay, I will say I don't think any of his jokes actually ever made me laugh necessarily. I like the character
yeah.
himself, but yeah, I wouldn't say any of the jokes actually got a chuckle out of me. Which I feel like is maybe the point. They're kind of just supposed to be lame jokes, but I don't know. He also weirdly during the trial just starts referencing things. Like I wrote down that he referenced the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for some reason.
It's his response to being whipped.
Yeah. I don't know why they have that as part of his character. He just randomly starts doing that, but alright then, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much all the characters I'm pretty sure that are introduced on the first investigation day. Since we're on this investigation day, I also want to say that I once again got stuck on a psych lock because I didn't know that you specifically needed to present Maximilian Galactica's profile to Gumshoe. So I got very
I can see
annoyed
people getting stuck there, yeah.
because I didn't know you specifically needed to do that. I thought I had everything I needed, but apparently I did not. So
I got stuck on day one on an even dumber spot. I got stuck because I didn't notice the fact that the cafeteria was an area I could go to. Take that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the introduction of it just adds an extra layer, and also with the introduction of profiles too. There's just a lot more layers. There's a lot more chances for you to get stuck. I feel like, and it's just a little too much. Gets to a certain point, especially when you have dialogue when you present stuff to characters and it takes a long time to get through when they don't have anything to say, it just gets kind of grating at a certain point, which I didn't feel like it really happened in the first game that much. I remember a specific point in case
I mean, if you've already seen the
3,
nothing to
I
see
think.
if you've already seen like the generic dialogue ones, you can just mash the B button and it skips all of it.
Yeah, but when it like switches character portraits, it just adds that much more time, and it kind of peeves me.
I don't know. It doesn't
I
bother
don't
me.
Maybe I'm being a little bit nitpicky, but look, at the end of the day, I got stuck, and that's annoying. I feel like
Mo
it
is the
shouldn't
most
take that
devoted
long.
character in Ace Attorney.
Hmm.
That's the other Mo fun fact. He's divorced and he has a daughter, but he's divorced, so he doesn't see her very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't like his hat, man. I don't know. It freaks me out.
I think it's kind of funny.
I like this
It's
hat.
funny, but why is it happening? You know, if magic's not real,
To be
and
fair,
you
I
know
don't think
people
they.
can't
Yeah,
actually fly, why is his hat's mouth moving?
I don't think they ever explained the whole carrot thing. It just kind of is there.
No, they don't.
Oh, I guess I should mention before we move on. Phoenix is also attacked by a monkey on this first day. Money the monkey. So,
Yeah, it
And a
steals his
tiger.
badge.
yeah, and that's how we learn about Acro's room, which we don't actually meet yet, but we
They
just
also
learn that his
make
room
the
exists.
They also make the first joke about Phoenix presenting his badge to everyone he meets. When Phoenix is lamenting his loss of his badge, he says he can't flash it to anyone now.
Yeah. But poor Phoenix, he's really getting destroyed in
Yeah.
this case. Feel bad for him. Anyways, we can move on to the trial, which is yeah, trial day 1 is a trial, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's Gumshoe, right? And then goes to Ben.
Yeah, it goes Gumshoe, Ben, and then Mo is entirely in the latter section. Gumshoe doesn't really have much to do. I think he gets some salary cut or threatened in this
Yeah, Goomb.
thing.
I don't think he does. I might have missed it. I can read the on the wiki
Okay.
for trial day 1.
He's forced to listen to Mo on the next day at least, or next investigation. I mean, so I don't know if you count that as something, but you have this whole back and forth with Trilo about like the engagement ring and how he doesn't actually have it, and you found it, and how he maybe hadn't really seen Maximilian pass by him. Which is fine, but then they say that they have like an actual witness, which is Mo, and yeah, this is.
Yeah, why did they even fuck around with Ben if they had Mo?
I think they just wanted to get it over with. They were just like, well, if Ben doesn't work, then we'll bring in an
Yeah.
actual witness, but otherwise,
Just like having
We'll
a trick
just-
up their sleeve. Yeah.
we'll just go with this. So
Because I think the logic is that it's Von Karma, and she knows that Phoenix will be able to get the information flying out of Mo, and she doesn't want that to happen.
yeah,
I do
Or
think
the-
it's interesting. Oh, good.
Or the killer flying, more accurately. I kind of said.
I think it is interesting how in the case they like take apart the lies. I feel like it is a little bit more streamlined for this case at least, like what the lies are and how their argument kind of falls apart. I guess from a viewer perspective. I don't know how it was to actually play. But I did appreciate how like Mo wasn't lying in the end from his testimony, really. Like that's just kind of like what he saw.
Everything Mo saw
Perspective.
was what happened. Everything Mo that you contradict to Mo's testimony that I can remember is like what actually happened.
Yeah. It's just they do
Except
a
for-
really good
except
job
for
of
this-
explaining what they see.
Except for the stuff that Francisca just told him to say.
That's
like
true.
the fact that he saw the killer hit him. That was just Francisca telling him to say that. It's not his fault.
Ben is kind of like talking about what he wanted to see, and so you have to
Yeah.
get that to not be, I guess. But then Mo is like basically saying everything he saw except the one thing that makes him seem stupid. Which is like the whole
Well,
crux
Francisco
of this
told him
thing.
not to. Mo's testimony is fundamentally is like a longer version of the Bellboy testimony. Pretty much everything he says is true, except for the fact that he's being coached not to say some things.
Yeah. Okay. Before I get more into Mo's testimony, I also think that Francisco was kind of annoying in this first trial day as well. I don't know. She was just like, well, that first trial didn't count. So I still have a perfect record. And yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely does go to show her like ego and confidence ?
Well, she's pretty confident because the entire like reason why she'll let Phoenix keep going is when she like has the advantage and she could probably push for an ending harder is because she wants to utterly defeat him and she believes she can do it.
Yeah.
I do like her motives that we find out throughout the case.
Different from Papa Von Karma, who was like, I gotta win. She wants to win, but she wants to win because she completely shut down her opponents, not because she won.
And she wants to fuck over Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's very targeted. I like that he's scary enough that other people are like, I need to take you down.
She's trying to build a name.
He's like a year
himself.
into this, has like 4 clients total.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that Francisca's very second case that you're doing against her is with like the weirdest cast. I
It
guess
does establish a minor thing for Francisca, but I won't bring it up until later. Much later, probably.
Okay.
I mean, this is basically Turnabout Samurai 2, kind of.
This really
if you think
is.
about it.
Alright. So the problem with this trial ladder is that the damage is too much. I guess I understand in context why you take so much damage for getting something wrong or messing something up, but I got 2 things wrong and I instantly died, which is
Well, she
not
has to punish
okay. I feel like that is very annoying.
I didn't take damage at all during this day.
Yeah, skill diff.
I don't know if you necessarily realized this, Allie, because you were just watching a thing, but for certain parts of Mo's testimony, if you press and nothing comes of it, you just take damage. Like, you can't
I mean,
press
for the last.
and be allowed
Oh
to
wait, no, I
like,
just
hear
take
what they
damage. Because
say.
for the last one, they explicitly tell you if you press at all, you'll take damage. And I pressed once, and I took damage. I was like, oh yeah, they did explicitly say that.
Yeah, but
I think it's nice to give it a challenge though, to make the gameplay a little different, to make you actually think about it instead of pressing on everything.
Speaking of Mo's testimony, there's a bit they do where his first testimony is just him complaining about his job. And then
that
he'll
is
even get
funny.
to examine it. I forgot about that. It's great.
It was a good testimony.
Yeah, it was.
I understand that they also say that you will take damage if you press. The problem is you take half your health bar if you press the wrong thing.
If you press anything.
Is it like that the whole case or just that one time where she's like...
It's the last testimony.
It's that
Okay.
one time. So before I had gotten something wrong because I didn't have the testimony be changed before trying to get to a conclusion. I think it was Mo's second testimony after like the fake one. You didn't actually use evidence for that testimony at all. You just had to get him to change something in his testimony and then use the testimony against himself. I think it was for like what he saw or about hearing the sound, like saying that he didn't
That's it.
actually.
Yeah, that's his, like, if you don't count his joke testimony, that's his first testimony.
Yeah, and if you jump to the conclusion that he didn't see it before you change the testimony, you take half your health bar for some reason. And then once you get to the testimony where you're not allowed to press at all, or you have to press the specific thing that they want you to press. I did not do that correctly, and then it took out another half of my health bar, and so then I had to redo the entire thing.
It's like about like the one where testimony where like they tell you not to let Mo make any bad jokes. The subtle in quote things that they're doing in that testimony is that all the sprites where Mo's laughing. If you press on those and then you press, I don't remember if it's just press or if you press further, you take damage. It might be half your health bar. I don't know. I've never taken damage during that testimony.
There were ones where it definitely told you if you could press further, but I remember the one I died on.
That's the one where before it happens, that Francisco says you can't press at all. You just have to present evidence. Wait, I don't like Ace Attorney penalizing you for pressing in general. It's something that only this game and Generations do, because they kind of cut it out of the series because it's annoying. Yeah, most of the time, if pressing isn't going to do anything, it should be a vehicle for jokes, in my opinion. But
I just don't like that the ability to press is taken away from you. I understand it in context within like the case, because at this point they were really annoyed with the circus people. But I don't know, punishing you that much for pressing, like, that's really harsh. I guess I could have just save scummed, but then if I have to resort to save scumming to do it, then that's kind of dumb.
I don't know. I did take the damage. I forgot about the fact that I just kind of muscle memory of pressing his first hit and lost half my health bar, but it wasn't that big of a deal for me because I'm a smigma.
Yeah, that is something that is annoying for my playthrough. Like, when my playthrough, the people I'm watching playthrough, that they like look up every single answer. This case, I would say it's a little justified, especially for that part. It's like you do have that anxiety of like, oh, I need to make the right choice, but the nervousness of not thinking clearly to make the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that when they're harsher in Trials and Tribulations, the puzzles are designed a bit better from my memory, but I don't really remember that well anything. So we'll see if I'm actually right or not.
All I'll say, just to end this, is I don't have a problem with them making you take damage for pressing on this specific one. I just have a problem with them making you take so much damage. Like, if they took away like 2 health bars or 1 health bars, whatever.
Isn't it normally 2 though?
Yes, it normally is like 2. Well, it kind of in this game specifically, it varies a lot how much damage you take.
The numbers in Justice for All are a bit screwed up because it was them doing the variable damage for the first time.
Yeah. But it just taking away half your health bar is way too harsh, and especially with
eventually
the problem
the variable damage pretty much goes away from the series, which I always think is kind of weird.
Especially because your health also doesn't refill between trial formers and ladders. It's just the compounding problem that makes it even worse and kind of encourages you to save scum, because otherwise you have to hold down B and go through the entire thing again just to get back to where you were. Unless you want to look stuff up, or you know exactly which stuff that they want you to present.
Yeah. I do also appreciate the game having some difficulty to it, though. Like, you should be able to die once or twice in a game and still, enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe skipping ahead to like where you were would be a good feature. But sometimes, like, especially in this case, you can screw yourself and have to go all the way back anyways. By
later games just restart you from like the start of a testimony if you die in a testimony.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, that's fine.
It's just like a badge of dishonor. But again, this game was made in like 2002. They didn't really.
I like figuring things out on my own, but I don't like if I fail, then it's all over.
I think they learned their lessons from Justice for All.
Yeah. I mean, it's the second game in the series. I can't fault it too much, but it's just kind of annoying. I have to talk about it at least. Because this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are not huge fans of this case, I feel like. Like, this trial ladder specifically. I don't know if you agree with that, Goomb, or if you've heard people talk about that, but
everyone just needs to get good.
Yeah.
The logic I always read is that they think Mo taking damage because Mo is annoying the court is dumb. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny.
It's a funny idea. It's just half your health bar is not good. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about this now. I feel like I've been harping on it too much. Okay, anything else to say about the trial ladder before we move on to the next day?
No.
Okay. So Mo says that he saw somebody flying, and the judge is so flabbergasted that he's like, well, I guess we need another day to go investigate. Also, another thing about this trial ladder, and this trial in general, that I just remembered that I didn't like, they did this before even figuring out what the murder weapon was. I mean, I understand that they have to do these trials fast, but, like,
Yeah, not knowing
God.
what he was dealing with is kind of wild.
yeah, like, they don't even know what the weapon is. Why are we even holding this first trial day? I don't know.
Well, they don't know what the weapon is during the second trial day either.
Yeah. I feel like that is a big... That's just weird. I don't know, but... Anyways, that is, like, one of the big things that you're trying to figure out for the next day. You're trying to figure out how he flew, and then also what the actual murder weapon was.
Now, the problem is they can't really have a fake murder weapon because of the way the murder was done. So they kind of just have to have no murder weapon for an entire, like, day and a half of trial. Because normally when, like, the murder weapon is, like, not really what killed them, there's, like, a fake one, like the, I'm trying to think of an example for murder. Can't. Well, the knife and the gun show up at the same time anyway. Or, oh, yeah, the knife from, SL9, and by that I mean they actually both cases in Rise from the Ashes have the fake murder weapon. That is a good point.
Okay.
I had a good point.
Yeah, normally they have like a actual like fake murder weapon, so the prosecution at least like has more of a case.
Okay, so we learned about Max's bust.
Yeah. Max's giant, large bust. We all stare at it during investigation day 2.
That is my favorite line, is Phoenix saying, I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing.
Wow.
Best line by far.
What a line.
Or Mo going through the digits of pi. Though that one was also kind of fire.
Yeah, the right all the time is my favorite. It's like the same as Almost Christmas, where it's like a joke that I'm obsessed with. It's gone through like decade-long brain rot for me. So nothing else could be my favorite line. Yeah. So here's something that bothers me about Investigation Day 2. It always bothers me every time I play the case. So in the Ringmaster's room, you can look at his coat. It obviously has a note sticking in it.
Yeah.
But Phoenix doesn't take the note until he has a reason to take it, which I think is so stupid. He's dead. He's not gonna miss it.
I don't know.
I have no
tampering with
qualms.
evidence is kind of frowned upon.
I have no qualms from the dead, and if Gumshoe missed it, that's his fault.
I just remembered I needed to say this. Skipping back to the first investigation day really quick. Another reason why I didn't present Maximilian Galactica to him to progress the thing was because every time I presented evidence to him, he was like, I'm not supposed to discuss things with you, pal. But for some reason, he can discuss that and also give you the evidence
Like
of
he's
the
not
hat.
evidence.
The hat is evidence. I don't know. That's stupid, but whatever.
I think he's trying to help you, but he's like, wink, wink, I can't talk about evidence.
Yeah, unless you ask him about this specific evidence, and then he's like, okay, I guess I can give this to you and have you.
I don't know, but you show him his face, not.
He has to set up. He has to get the hat out of the. He has to make sure you know where the hat is, so that when facing Francisco stands there during investigation day 2, you're like, whoa, she's standing where Maximum Galactica's hat was.
Okay.
Is that the first time you see front-facing Francisco?
No, I think it's I think you see her at the end of the first case. I'm pretty sure.
Well, not at the end of the first case.
Sorry,
she just whips you until. Well, she whips you until you pass out in that case. I was gonna say, I know what you meant.
Oh.
And she just leaves. Well, I don't think she shows up at the end of the court. It'd be weird.
Maybe not. I don't know.
And by you, I mean Phoenix Wright. Mr. Phoenix Wright.
No, me. Okay.
Yeah, she breaks out of the 3DS/Switch/DS/Game Boy Advance, and she whips you until you pass out because you beat her in trial.
Wow, now that would be something. We meet Acro on this day, the guy in the wheelchair, who was an acrobat. The guy that ends up being the real murderer in the case. What do we think about Acro?
He really caught me off guard when he first showed up on camera. I don't know why. It scared me.
I
But I
think
think he's
There you go.
interesting. God.
his I would say his motivation makes sense for doing what he did. It's kind of a tragic murder, actually. But also, he was going to go kill a child, so I don't really know about that. But
Yeah, that's the thing about this case. Like the developers are always like, "Well, we tried to have no evil people in this case for the first time," and I'm like, "You did
Yeah.
have a guy try to like murder a 16-year-old be like his motivation." I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of things about this case could be improved if like Regina was basically the same, but she was like 20. I'm just saying.
I also don't exactly
Yeah.
know
Maybe
why
it's
he decided to like just write to the murderer on the note. He could have just like, if he was gonna kill her, just like asked her to come out there. I don't know. Kind of weird.
And like he sees her every day. Like, I don't know.
Well, he doesn't want to like just kill her and then just have him obviously be the killer. Because
Yeah.
then he can't visit his brother anymore. That's the reason why he doesn't turn himself in or kill
I
himself.
guess so, but
as he
like,
said.
how could he have known that all the stuff with the Maximilian
Yeah, if he
setup
wasn't
was going
trying
to
to
happen?
cover his track, it would have been obvious that it was him.
He didn't intend to frame anyone. He intended to be like, well, who knows how the murder could have happened? Was I think his idea.
I see. I guess
He
from
didn't
that
think that through very
perspective,
far.
it makes sense, but still a bit weird.
Because he burns the rope he used to make the pulley, or he burns the cloak and the rope the cloak that Maximilian Galactica's one of a kind cloak gets burned, and the rope that he used to pull everything up gets burned. He just couldn't burn the
Yeah.
bust because it's a bust.
He has to
Also,
keep
that
it
was the murder weapon.
under his wheelchair. That's the whole big twist of the entire
Between his
thing.
legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love keeping my bust in my legs.
Yeah. Apparently, the California like courts have. I guess it's bronze, not like iron, but like that was probably stuff a metal detector, right?
Well,
I don't know how
he's
metal
in a
detectors
wheelchair, so like they kind of just let it through.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
I
is
guess they just
true.
don't pat anybody down though. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well.
Is that a crime in Japanifornia? Is bringing in metal through metal detectors? We don't know yet.
I mean, Phoenix brings his badge in. I don't know.
I mean,
I think it's funny the monkey stole the badge. Also, I don't know if we talked.
We
about
did
that
talk
yet.
about that.
Yeah.
My bad.
But on this day, the monkey steals Regina's lion's vest. Regina's dead
Yeah.
lion's vest.
A big
And then
part
you get
of this case is getting that back.
you get the choice of 3 options on how to approach it. I always choose I think the original English, which is what I always think of when I see as dialogue options, they were man to monkey, and monkey to monkey as your options on how to approach it. I always choose the one that makes Phoenix start ooking and screeching at the monkey until it attacks him and drops the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen the dialogue for the other 2.
I chose that one as well. He just says like ooh ooh ooh, and then it has in the what's it called, asterisk scratch. So
Yeah, not only is that always what I choose in the anime, that is what happens.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I said I was never gonna talk about the anime again about this case, but I did. I'm breaking my promises.
Wow.
Yeah,
I forgive you.
but
Phoenix is attacked
I
by a
like-
tiger again.
yeah,
So,
I like the birds Acro has. At least I think that's fun.
Oh, they are very cute.
Yeah,
they're also
I like
let
when
into the court. So
and they also attack Phoenix during the trial.
yeah.
He reminds me of Bastion with his little bird.
We also learn about Acro's brother Bat, who got attacked by Leon, the lion, after he decided to put his head in his mouth, to show off.
It was to
Regina.
impress
Show off.
Regina.
It was to show off.
Yeah. What a great idea.
It is so cursed that their real names are Ken and Sean. I always forget that, and then I'm like, when they introduce themselves, like, oh yeah, their names aren't Acro and Bat.
Ken Dingling, Sean Dingling.
Yeah.
Like dangling, you see? Like an acrobat. That
Ding-a-ling.
dinglings.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Dingling because of the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Oh, you're probably.
And then
more
Ring
right than
Ding.
I am.
Yeah, you
There
should
he
have been to
is.
the circus.
Hmm.
Dang
But-
it, what the fuck are you doing?
I think I am a fan of how they explain his motivation for what he's going to, for why he wants to get revenge. I mean, I don't think murder is
Yeah.
the way to go about it, but
I like the
makes
way it's done in
sense.
the trial, where he has the entire testimony that you can just skip because there is no reason for him to kill the ringmaster.
Yeah,
Like, doing that testimony doesn't actually do anything. You just press every statement and then it moves on from it anyway, as if he just said no to examining it. But
Yeah,
it's a fun little bit.
Yeah.
I think you only talk to him on this trial ladder. I don't think you
He's the entire trial.
you don't talk with anyone else.
Yeah, he's the entire. The last trial day, both halves are only act. Although I don't really think it needed to be split into two halves, considering it's only 3 testimonies long. Whatever.
Yeah, we're kind of just skipping around now.
Yeah.
But oh, you can go, Allie.
So apart from my original theory for what happened, which was that the Regina, the girl, was holding the bust above her head, like in like a trench coat, and was pretending to be Maximilian, and like wanted to kill her father for like giving away her hand in marriage or whatever. Like she doesn't want to marry these people, which didn't make sense because she obviously loves the attention. But
Yeah.
after that, it kind of made very much sense what had happened. So it kind of dragged on, at least for me watching. I'm like, I already know what's gonna happen. Like, do we really need to piece it out? But I do
They have to
agree that
aura
I
farm
like
with the fact that
the story they tell.
Yeah,
they have to aura farm with Acro bringing the murder weapon into court. It's cool.
Yeah.
I had remembered pretty distinctly the whole mystery behind how he was flying after the murder. So I was kind
Yeah.
of just waiting for that to play out, but I still thought it was done pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that murder method in this case. It's a bit controversial, the cloak like snagging onto the statue and then being pulled up. That's the other thing people who don't like this case will rag on. Well, one of the other things I think we've touched on, this is the last one I haven't touched
Yeah,
on
that's
yet.
pretty.
Because then they're like, oh, it's just a coincidence that this whole
darn
thing happened. I'm like, I
coincidental.
mean, yeah, but like, there's usually some of an element of coincidence. It's a magic trick. It's the entire point of the case. Is that magic happened. You have to prove what happened. It's the entire bit. I don't know. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. There's a point in the case where everybody gets mad at Phoenix for badgering a disabled person, Macro. And
Yeah. And woke Japanifornia.
I wrote down a great line that somebody says where the audience is badgering him, where they say, let me pull it up here. Phoenix is a poopy head. Yeah, what a great line.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, the whole twist with hiding the statue under his wheelchair, kind of neat. I mean, we later learn why it had happened because a certain someone ordered Francisca to have a surprise investigation of his room. So, it was not
Wink, wink.
Francisca's. It was not Francisca's intellect that ended up figuring this out.
Yeah, there are 2 great trial bits. The other famous giant bust innuendos, where Phoenix is explaining how the murder happened. He goes, "The ringmaster was crushed with the force of Maximilian Galactico's ample bust."
Wow.
And then when Maya's like trying to get you to have time to like say where the murder weapon is, she goes, "The defense would like time to present its its case." Yeah, that's the other 2. Also, Acro makes it. Since we're talking about like weird Hanna-Barbera references, Acro makes a Yogi Bear reference during one of his testimonies.
Yeah, he's like, I'm stronger than the average bear, I think.
Yeah, he says exactly that.
Yeah.
Which we just called out all the other weird references, so I thought I'd call out that one.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on any of those references, which is so interesting.
It's during an optional press, so
Mo apparently
maybe
makes
it
another
happened.
reference during his thing, but I did not get the reference at all. Apparently,
was it the C team?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's
They
the
even
reference
called
to
that
the
one
A
out,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a reference to the A team.
Okay, I don't really even know what that is, so I knew it was a reference to something. But
Yeah. the other thing I wanted to talk about that I instantly forgot. Shoot. Oh yeah. When you're presenting where the murder weapon is, I wanted to do this, but I took damage during the trial day, so I couldn't. You can say that the murder weapon is under the judge's, like, it's on the judge, it's like in the judge's bench. The judge like gets really mad at you. Him basically. You take 95% of your life bar damage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You take half your life bar. If he goes, no! And then the judge goes like, you want another? There you go! He does like 45% of your health bar.
Wow.
So don't accuse the judge of helping with the crime. There's a little
Probably not a
fun
good
tip
idea.
for you aspiring lawyers out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't do that, so I just did the correct answer, which I already knew was correct without having to think about it. Very memorable to me.
Yeah. Okay.
You might get a trophy for saying the judge is hiding the murder weapon. I feel like something they give you a trophy for.
Probably, yeah.
You mean like an achievement?
Yeah.
Acro's breakdown is him just crying. I think that's a
Yeah,
fine
I don't like it.
It was, yeah.
I'm instantly contradicted by Ziggy. I'm like, I don't like it.
It's a little lame, but also, like, I don't expect her to do something crazy. You know? I mean,
I mean, the whole thing is that he's so, like, disconnected and, like, not really realizing. No, I mean, realizing, but, like, so disconnected from what he's done. And,
yeah.
I don't know. He killed a father figure.
The whole point
His
at the
father,
end is, like,
essentially.
Regina finally realizes, like, what's going on. And she also asks if,
Yeah.
like, he'll come after her or whatever, and you have to explain, like, no, I think he's
what's going
realized
on?
what he did was bad. So, that's fine, I guess. But, yeah, pretty much the only thing left for this case is just a little tease about Edgeworth returning on a plane.
Yeah, he didn't actually kill himself.
Yeah.
I know
But
this
they
is very.
really were implying. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
I know it's surprising to hear after I said that Edgeworth would appear in future games. While we're talking about Ace 31.
Yes.
Edgeworth, yeah, it's actually Edgeworth's ghost.
Edgeworth
Because he killed himself.
chooses death, except that doesn't mean that he actually
Prosecutor
dies.
Miles
He-
Edgeworth chooses death.
He just leaves for a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Like less than a year, I'm pretty sure. If I'm thinking about this correctly.
you are.
Don't mention his name.
So that's
Don't speak of him. Don't talk about Edgeworth to
don't,
me.
don't talk
To be
about it.
fair,
He's been gone
Phoenix
for
thought
like
he killed
5
himself.
months.
They're in quite a situationship, honestly. He's mad that
It's been like
he's
9
ghosting him.
months.
Oh,
And Phoenix thought he just killed himself, like after the Rise from the Ashes trial.
I see.
That's the altered dialogue I mentioned. I think I mentioned this during Rise. They had to alter dialogue. This is the case they had to do it in.
Oh, I
Because
see.
originally they said after the DL6 trial he disappeared and then he left that suicide note, or quote unquote suicide note. But they had to so I changed the line to after that trial, after the trial he had one more and then he disappeared.
Wow. Yeah, he had one more trial, I guess.
Yeah, Rise from the Ashes is canon.
Woo!
Yeah. But that's pretty
I
much
mean, it'd be a
this.
bit awkward when the characters who appear in it for the first time would show up again later if it wasn't canon.
That's pretty much this case wrapped up. I think overall, it did not exactly live up to my expectations, but in the end, it was fine. I got kind of really annoyed at some parts of it, especially in the gameplay department, but like the actual mystery, I thought was fine. I don't know. What about you, Allie?
I liked the story a decent amount. I think it's fun that they explored the circus concept, because they already kind of have done like film crew and like other like niche areas. So I think it was fun to pick apart the different character roles. And Edgeworth is coming back, which honestly I was kind of really sad the last 2 cases, and concerned that maybe he actually is dead and they just didn't want any more Edgeworth content. So I was grateful that he is coming back. So I put it at the top of A, actually. So it's below 1.5 and 1.4, but above 1.3 and 2.2.
All right.
The reason why Francisca exists and why Edgeworth isn't the prosecutor for 2.2 and 2.3 is because he originally, and like when they were doing planning for Justice for All, he was supposed to be the prosecutor for all those cases. But when they were like, He's gonna lose so much aura if he just loses every single case ever to
Yeah.
cases
Yeah.
besides Winston Payne.
I mean,
So we'll make new
Francisca is
characters.
already losing a ton of aura in my mind just because she's like, I am perfect, and I have also immediately lost the first 2 cases that I have done against you, so that's great.
But she's also so young and like new into it. Like she doesn't
I
need
am
any
most
good.
prestigious prodigy of prestige
Yeah.
from Germany, America. From the German United States of America.
But what do you think about this case, Goomb, in the end?
On my emotion chart, listen, it's my emotions in this case are definitely overshadowed by Gina Love Triangle. Put embarrassed. I just don't like. I don't know. A lot of this case, like you go, when I was playing it, because like I can't think about the mystery is too resolved for me nowadays. They're just like thinking back to this case. It's definitely that overshadows a lot of the case, and therefore embarrassment. You know, makes you go,
I see.
ugh.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a case I would show to somebody if I was like, hey, you should play Ace Attorney. I would show them. Well, also it's in the second game, so I wouldn't show them anyway, but I would show them a different one.
Yeah, probably not the best first case to go in on. I think if I'm going in my ordering here, I would put this below Steel Samurai case. It's definitely better than all like the tutorial cases and probably the second and second case from Ace Attorney 1. But
Oh, I think I say better than Reunion and Turnabout. I disagree with that personally. I think Reunion and Turnabout is better.
I think Reunion and Turnabout is better. I don't exactly remember my full ranking, and I need to write this down.
Listen, I may have forgotten its name. But
I need to write this down. But I liked the second case of Ace Attorney 2 better. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Well, just wait until you get to the fourth case of Ace Attorney 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be a doozy. I mean, we got a big thing coming next week. So. Yeah, we have a lot to look forward to. I distinctly remember the next case being probably one of my favorites, possibly my favorite for a while. So we'll see.
That is very exciting.
Okay, but any other thoughts on the case before we wrap up here? I guess while you gather some of those, there were 2 quotes that I forgot to point out when we were actually going through them. On the first trial day, I don't exactly remember the context, but Phoenix says, but I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was, for some reason.
That was a good line.
And then when they're talking
the dialogue,
to Trilo during the trial, the judge says the line, that the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
Yeah, that's the next case he's trying, actually, is whether puppet marriage is okay. But it's not related.
Yeah.
It's just it's not related. It's just like happened to be happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a dialogue option on trial day 1 that I thought was funny that I never talked about, where you choose between pain equals bad and push on anyway, in reference to Francisco whipping you if you push on.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna guess that that's all our thoughts for this case.
Yep. Good case overall. Could be better. And minors, don't marry minors.
Yeah.
Don't plan to marry minors. Don't ask for
don't
minors.
Don't plan to
hand
kill
marriage.
minors.
It's really unfortunate when they die of the.
Honestly, don't plan to kill like anybody. Yeah, murder is not a great idea, I have to say.
Murder's a serious crime in Japan-California.
Yeah.
It's like one of the 3 that we know about.
If you're yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap up here then, I guess. Allie, where can people find you?
People can find me in the Duckpond Discord server for karaoke this weekend.
Wow.
Join.
Alrighty, Goomb, where can people find you?
If you see me in the Limbus, say hi. But if you see me in MD, I'm a talkative guy.
Alright. And you can find me here, as always, on the Zigzam YouTube channel. Remember, when you're in the cross-examination, remember to press the like and subscribe button, except for if you're in the specific mode testimony where pressing will make you take half your health bar, then have you restart the entire thing. Don't do that.
Oh, you have to restart the entire trial?
Well,
sucks.
the entire former ladder, not the
I see.
sorry, the entire ladder. I mean, not the former. But it's still annoying. It was a lot of text to go through. Okay, I need to stop complaining about this.
Be better about it.
Yeah. All right, that'll do
Yeah.
it here for this week of Ace
Normally,
Attorney Book Club.
if I think I'm gonna die, then I start like saving at the start of each testimony.
Yeah. Join us next week when we do the last case of Justice for All and we see the thrilling conclusion of Ace Attorney 2. Bye for now.
Bye.
Maybe
Yeah.
Fluffy will join us, but probably
It's always
not.
a tragedy for me when there's no aura farming. I'm sure the case is just a guy doing a magic trick. I go, no, I want to aura farm.